Well, guys, it looks like Elon Musk has officially dumped Eliza Bleu. It's a little wild. He stopped following her, and we can see that she does not pop up in this list at all. And these are all the people Elon Musk is following. He didn't follow a whole lot of people, only 120-something people that he's following. I'm going to scroll all the way up, though, just so you all absolutely see that she is not on this list. Here's Ella Irwin. Now, one thing that is interesting, though, is Ella Irwin is still following her. I know I scrolled a little fast, but you all would have been able to see it because I found it almost instantly right there under Ella Irwin's people she's following. Now, she follows like 200-something people, but very interesting. Huh. Right in between a Doge and Ashton Kutcher. I don't know if that's not even a funny joke. That has nothing behind it. But anyway, Elon has officially dumped her. His Twitter is still locked. You can't retweet anything. It's just, I don't know. It's kind of dumb. Made my account private until tomorrow morning to test whether you see my private tweets more than my public ones. I've never experienced the problem. I find it to be weird. I don't know what's going on. But, no, regardless. Oh, this is trending. Find out why later. So, Eliza Bleu. There's a lot going on. And I'm sure Elon's really feeling the pressure. I don't know if he's going to address it or not, but I will be keeping an eye out for that 100%. Anything comes down that Elon is showing signs of, or not even showing signs of, Elon mentions anything about Eliza Bleu, I'll definitely be on it. I doubt he's going to say anything. I bet they slowly roll everything back, do a little bit of damage control, pretend like nothing happened, and get rid of all these stupid arbitrary rules that Ella Irwin stupidly agreed to make. Very, very stupid thing. But hey, let's listen to this real quick.
Certainly acknowledge that there are many people who are, 13, 14, 15 that have sex with an adult and then feel as if they were taken advantage of too.
Oh, 100%.
Okay, so let's focus on the worst.
Many, yeah.
Okay, so let's pretend like we all have our utopia. So if I could answer this in utopia, right?
This is her personal utopia of what she dreams of.
Perfect in-cap utopia. Each community, and each, so it'd be each caregiver, parent, and community, including teachers, potential faith leaders, and neighbors, will decide if the child is ready to consent.
Child. Nope. Lost me right there. Child. Absolutely not. That is insane. First and foremost, here's my own personal preference on this. Now, here's the thing. What she's saying actually already exists, which I hate, but a parent can consent for their kid to be with whoever they want, okay? They absolutely can do that already. No problems with that in any way, shape, or form, even though I really, really, really hate it. Really hate that. To me, that's insane. That being said, here's what I'm going to propose to you guys. I understand if you're 17 years old and you're with an 18-year-old, okay, fine. If you're 19, well, guess what? 18 and up. Tough. If you are 17, or if you're 16, 17 and below. Just the way I am. I can understand the 17 and 18-year-old line. I'm not going to be so hard-stanced about a 17-year-old getting with somebody who's not even a full year older than them. I get that. But if you're 19 and you go down below the 18-year-old line, I think there needs to be some serious consequences. I think if you're 16 and you're trying to get with somebody older than 17, I do think that you need to have parents step in and be like, no, this ain't happening. We're going to monitor you for you this year. You are not seeing this person. Now, I understand there's some nuance there too. You're 16, you're turning 17 next month. Okay, fine. You know what I'm saying? There's some nuance. Very little, though. Lines get blurred between 17 and 18. But that's not even what she's talking about, is it? She's talking about, is this 16-year-old ready? Is she so mature that she deserves to be with this 25, 30, maybe even 40-year-old? If the parents are cool with it, then fine. That is insane. Okay? Now, the way this person words it, too, I don't know if this is what she actually meant, but I get where people are coming from. I'm completely shocked to discover that Eliza and Thaddeus and Predator Fred Durst. Fred Durst? Is that really Fred Durst? What? Is that? Are they talking about him? I don't know. That's not Fred Durst. I'd hope. I don't know. Liberty Lockdown, Eliza Bleu and Thaddeus Russell. I don't know. Advocating for adults and children to have blank if the neighbors approve it. I mean, that's weird. Look, everything about her comment's weird. It's off. I think she's just trying to look smart. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, it backfired hardcore. But you all get where I'm coming from, right? I mean, we've all been at the age of 17 and have dated somebody that's 18. Or been 18 and dated somebody that's 17, vice versa. And at that point, you're in high school together. If you're in high school, I get it, okay? You're in high school, or if you graduated and the person's right behind you, getting ready to graduate, I get it, because they're turning 18 that year, most likely. Very few people really graduate at 17. It's not super common. It does happen, but very few people actually graduate before turning 18. And if they do graduate before turning 18, they usually turn 18 in the summertime. Very rarely do they make it to fall, because if they make it to fall before turning 18, usually that's when they get placed in the grade that's like, lower. Because typically that's when the school year starts as fall. And if you are turning if you're turning 18 in that same year that you would be starting school fall, because that's what happened to me. My birthday's in November. I would start school in very late August. Of course, it was like, I think first day of school is either somewhere between August 18th and the 21st. And then I would turn 18 in November. That same season, I was usually the oldest one in my class too, except for the few people that would turn 18 in August or September or October. There were very few kids that turned 18 within those 3 months. Most kids turned 18 in January, February, March, or April in my school. There was a few that didn't turn 18 until June after graduation. So, just saying. I understand that. But that being said, what she said here is totally creepy, inappropriate, and dumb. And not something that somebody of her status as a survivor would ever consider. You know what I'm saying? So let's scroll up a little bit and see some more here. This apparently is something... Oh, okay. Thank you, Twitter, for doing the automatic refresh. When I didn't ask for a refresh. I have a refresh button. It's great. When I want to refresh something, I could just totally click it and it refreshes. It's great. And I don't need a system to do it for me. That's kind of what I'm saying. Anyway, let's read this. Around 2016, Wenzel, I don't know who Wenzel is, claims that Bleu asked her to join as an escort, promising that Wenzel could make $500 in a night in an offer that stunned Wenzel and her husband. She was absolutely loving it, Wenzel said. She was bragging about it, saying she was making so much money. Bleu later suggested that S-workers with a pimp might qualify as trafficking victims, though. Wenzel said she didn't meet any pimp or trafficker when she socialized with Bleu, be it an unnamed high-profile athlete or otherwise. She's a very powerful, smart, intelligent woman. I will not discredit her for that, Wenzel said. She knows exactly what she's doing. That's an interesting situation here. Even the Daily Beast here. Eliza Bleu's own friends aren't buying her story. It goes really, 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 really deep, guys. It goes very deep. Okay? Yeah, it's just one of those situations, okay? That is interesting. This isn't the only thing I was wanting to talk about, but I'm not going to be able to, unfortunately, talk about the other thing until I see some situations that, how would I put it? There's another grifter, and I know I mentioned it a bit in the last video, but I'm going to kind of stop mentioning it for now until I get different evidence of a different angle. And I'm going to leave the other bands out of it. They don't want to be a part of it. And the fact of the matter is this is a huge story. This is a huge story that could make my channel massive. But I am going to toot my horn here a little bit. Okay. I'm going to brag a little bit here because I'm going to I want to be straight up with my audience. Okay. I could make probably 100,000 views on the video that I would want to do. And I'm not going to do it out of respect for a person that I deeply respect. Okay. So what I mentioned in the last video, disregard it for now. If I find another angle to come at, if I find any weaknesses in it, because the stories that I know, and I'm not going to mention what I know. Okay. So you're just going to have to take my word for it. I do have a lot of receipts for it, but I'm not going to show them. I'm not going to show them because I can't, out of respect. But all in all, okay, there's things called arbitrary rules that this person has been going on and on and on about, especially for Twitter. Arbitrary rules shouldn't exist. And this person, unfortunately, hired somebody that ended up hardcore, enforcing arbitrary rules. To me, it was very hypocritical. But further talking about it, it is a good possibility that this person didn't even know it was really going on. To me, it's not much of an excuse, but that's the possibility of it, and we're sticking with that for now, okay? So I'm not going to get into it, and I'm not going to start any drama until I see another angle separate from these bans that I can see myself directly involving this person. If I see it, I'll call it out. Because then I'm no fear of getting somebody involved that I respect. Well, I shouldn't say that. It might get somebody else involved, but somebody that I know. You know what I mean? For all I know, it could get another person in the metal community that I respect involved in drama, but if I don't know them, well, I'm just covering news, right? But all in all, we'll get to that later on. If there's any grifting. There might not be any grifting from him either. I'm not saying this person's bad. I'm not saying this person's doing anything wrong. I just have my suspicions, and I was going to air suspicions out there, and that's probably not the best thing for me to do either. It's probably not good. So I hope you guys do understand. For now, we're dropping it, okay? So, all in all, we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Stay tuned for more on it. This does, like I said, it involves the metal community, which is right there up my alley. But a lot of you guys probably don't even care. Most people following me probably aren't really into metal music in general anyway. So you're probably just like, oh God, thank God he's not making a whole video to, waste my time talking about something I don't care about. But no, this deeply involves politics, trust me, and grifting, and how Tim Pool in general, how does he get so many grifters on his show? I don't know. Maybe if I was in his position, it'd be the same thing. And they'd be like, why is this idiot getting so many grifters? And I'd be like, oh, crap. So it's probably not Tim's fault at all. It's probably not the person I mentioned before, which I shouldn't have. Probably not his fault either. So let's let it go for now. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video. Eliza is messed up. I'm not going to show everything about Eliza in this video other than, the main story that I covered today. Just simply because it's not a lot that's really going to show any change on Twitter. The only good sign we have here is Elon has dumped her. And for now, that's good enough for me. Hopefully, there's more to come soon. Thank you all for watching. Check out the quarterings videos on it, though. They're way, way, way in more depth than mine. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next one. Later.